The sun rises on Meridia and the new city, where the brutal aftermath of the Rene Conflict leaves both sides of the river shaken and uncertain of what the future holds. Navigating that uncertainty falls almost squarely on Meridia, though, and we're talking about how she handles it as we review Season 2, Chapter 37, Relentlessly the Sun Rises, Part 1. But first, a message to our heroes of Edera. Hey there, this is Colin, creator of the 7th Valkyrie. If you're hearing this, it means you're listening to the public version of TABTA. And I really appreciate that. It keeps the algorithm happy, it keeps us growing. But if you want to get a little fun personal message every week with behind-the-scenes stories, funny little bits, other insight into the creative process, you can hop over to our Patreon and become a hero of Edera. You'll support the series, you can shape the future of the 7th Valkyrie, and find a whole lot of fun bonus content along the way. You can get started completely for free, and then if you decide you want to chip in and get bonus content, early access, and a whole lot more and help us along the path of heroes towards a whole lot of cool checkpoints, then you can do that. It's patreon.com/7th Valkyrie, that's 7THVALKYRIE, and give it a look. With that, on into the show. Hey, everybody, and welcome to TABTA, the adventure behind the adventure of the 7th Valkyrie, where we watch one series go from total obscurity to maybe 7 seasons in a movie. Or maybe we just find the power of friendship along the way. I'm your host, Colin Sharp, creator and current voice of the 7th Valkyrie, and this week we're talking about Season 2, Chapter 37, Relentlessly the Sun Rises, Part 1. Spoilers, if you haven't gotten to this portion, please go listen. You can get the whole season right now on Patreon, but if you haven't heard it yet, we're just talking about up to this point. You've been warned. And let's start with our first segment inside the episode where we talk about what happened, where we're going, just give you the play-by-play of the episode. And this picks up as Meridia finds the weight of Rene almost squarely on her shoulders. And while she was more than happy to pick up the slack from a wartime perspective, the combination of tedium, dealing with bullshit, and trying to provide real kindness woven in between is definitely more than Meridia signed up for. And you can also see firsthand how easily the privileges of power could slip into your routine. After all, you're needing to deal with the weight of the world, right? Shouldn't you have some snacks and food to stay on top of it? But as we all know, Meridia's impact on this world comes mostly from her experiences outside the command tent. And after leaving everyone in the dust, a pleasant side effect of her excellent athleticism, she ventures into the woods. But before she encounters Val, she discovers why the forest side of the wall was untouched, which was that some deadly force has slaughtered the raiding party that was sent to attack the forest, or to attack the wall from that side. And with that one name Meridia hears, Nimrasa, the Night Hunter, Meridia has a pretty good idea who it was. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, because there's more stuff to come in the episode to come. But for now, I want to switch to our segment outside the episode, where we get into, it's sort of the color commentary. We get behind the scenes notes and production thoughts, some inspiration, and just chat a little deeper about some of the deep, broader themes and stuff going on in this. And I want to focus on the contrast of this episode. So we are barely 6 hours removed from the epic clash between the Nightmare and the Iron Wolf, two larger-than-life, bordering on godlike entities, and the fate of every single person in the new city hung in the balance. And yet the morning starts and life rumbles on, and there's shit to be done. And in the same seat that Meridia has to listen to bloated, bullying merchants, she also has to speak to mothers and fathers and children and tell them that their loved ones are not coming home. It's a fucked up combination of obligations, and the fact that Meridia is even able to shoulder them for a morning, much less for a long period of time, says a lot about her resilience and the expectations of rulers in Edoran society. But her mind is always going to be pulled elsewhere. She is not a bureaucrat. And in the woods, she sees up close and personal the blood price that was paid for the city and the brutality that even allows those conversations to happen. And she really doesn't get to indulge in the convenient distance that many people throughout history have allowed between the brutality of war and how it connects to our real life. I mean, nowadays we get to see it, but we don't fully feel that distance. And that's only because social media and stuff have brought that to the forefront. Historically, war was always kind of this far-off thing. I mean, it was even described at times as a glorious activity. And meanwhile, for Meridia, she nearly died. She saw her spirit pushed to the point of breaking and was saved by the arrival of her god, who she is desperate to track down. And in the meantime, she has to hear a merchant fake cry about trade problems and, like, give her more of a hard time than, like, the stunned tears of a daughter who's lost her mom. And that's a fascinating contrast. And as she encounters the brutality of the Iron Wolf's attack, Nimirasa, the Night Hunter, is a alias for the Iron Wolf. She's faced with the fact that while his gift to Edera is salvation, he only deals it out via brutal violence. And we'll learn more about this as the episode clicks on. So, the final chapter of Season 2, The Shattered Visage, continues Friday with Part 2 of Chapter 37. So stay tuned on Friday, or if you want to, you can hop on a Patreon and finish the season now, a month before the public release date. Or it's 3 weeks now. Anyway, have a great one. Enjoy. And it's been great talking to you guys. Stay tuned. And for a heavy episode on Friday. Cheers, guys.